everyone, it's Keely here for Soy and Shea, and thank you so much for joining me for today's video. As some of you may know, I am on the move with Soy and Shea. I am closing up the Cleveland shop and I am moving to the Sunshine Coast, where I hope to get another shop up there. Now it is mid-May at the moment as I am filming this, so I've got about 6 weeks left in the shop. But so that I'm not rushed at the end of it, I am slowly taking bits and pieces home that I no longer need. Now one of the things in my mind is that I really need to have all the soaps off my cure rack by the middle of June, all wrapped up, ready to go, so that there's no half cured soaps that I need to move, and that they're all nice and wrapped and safe, clean, hygienic, that sort of thing. So I decided that I was going to empty my big oil tank and make the last of the soaps that I'm going to be making here at the shop. Now today I'm making quite a small loaf of soap because I only had just over a kilo's worth of oil left after I made a couple of others. I had 1 kilo, 111 grams. So I decided that I would just use the whole lot and pop whatever didn't fit into the mold into some extra little molds as well. So today what we're going to go and do is go and make the very last soap that I am going to be making in the Cleveland shop. And for this one I have decided to go along a little bit more of a natural route using some clays. I also saw on my back bench while I was cleaning up the indigo infusion that I made quite some time ago, so I wanted to see what that was looking like, and I also wanted to test one of my essential oil blends in soap. So that is what I'm going to do with this one. Let's go and make Midnight Rose, the last soap I'm going to make in the Cleveland shop. Let's go. Alright, so let's get on to making this soap. I have the very last of the oils from out of the oil tank in here, and I have got the right amount of live water. I basically worked out I had enough to fill my little mini mold, and then I also have this mold here which I'll probably fill up and use that bar of soap myself, so I get to use one of the last soaps that I make in this shop. So we're going to start this one as always, going to pour in the live water, get it mixed up, and I am going to split it up for just a little bit of colouring. I am trying something today. We've got to try something on that very last soap and be a little bit different. Alright, so I've decided to go a little bit more along the natural route today, and in here I have got some Australian pink clay. Now unfortunately it is not as dark as it once used to be, so I've added a little bit of Australian red reef clay in here as well, because I want to try and get a pinkish colour. So we're going for that sort of natural colouring. And then some time ago I was doing some infusions with oils, didn't really have much success for it. It was one of the Patreon design challenges, didn't really have enough time to infuse the oils, but this has been sitting on my side ever since. It's been well over a year. I'll put when that last video was actually done here if anyone wants to check it out, and I figured I would see how much this is actually darkened, or if it's going to do anything different to when I actually used it in the previous soaps. We'll see if that long infusion really has helped. So let's get these mixed in, and then we'll add in our essential oil blend. Alright, so I feel that the indigo still gives a fairly grey sort of colour. It's a little bit bluer than what it was. When I move into the new shop, I am actually going to do some heat infusions with the natural colours, just to try and see if that really helps, because I'd love to start using some more natural colours, but I don't want them to be this sort of dull colour. What I'm going to do is add in my essential oil blend, and this is one that I call Midnight Rose, and it's got notes of rose geranium, some lavender, and also a little bit of patchouli, just to bring all of that together. It's been really popular in a number of my my products. I do it in a body cream and also a hand lotion, as well as some bath salts as well, and people really like that combination. So I want to see if it's going to actually work and hold in the soap. So this is going to be the perfect one to try it in, because we're only making that small batch, so it doesn't matter if it doesn't hold too much. We won't have too much wastage, but I'm pretty sure it will hold because they're really strong scents that are in this essential oil blend. Let's get it mixed in, and then we're going to pour it into our mold. I think I'm going to actually pour this in down the one side of my mold here. Grab the mold and let's pour it in like so. We'll see what we get. Before I actually fill this up too much, because I have poured it to the one side, what I want to do is get my stainless steel chopstick and just give it a bit of a swirl through there. It's lovely and fluid. It did look like it was going to thicken up on me a bit too much there, but it has gone beautiful and fluid in there. So let's pour the rest of that in there and get a nice full mold. And as expected, I've got just enough left. That's very full, very fluid. Let's pour the rest of it into one of these so that I might be able to have one of the last bars. Still have a little bit left in my bucket, so I do have this little heart mold here. I'm just going to fill these little hearts up, and then they should be cured just in time for a couple of weeks before I actually close up, and I'll be able to give these out to a couple of people as being the very last little soaps. Alright, so I'm going to keep the top of this one relatively simple. I did almost forget to scrape that bucket out, but I'm really pleased I did, because that just gives it that little bit of colour on this side. Just going to do a bit of a spoon top there. And I don't often do this with my soaps, because personally I don't like floaty bits in my soaps, but I just feel that this one needs just that little touch of rose petals. So I'm going to very carefully pop them on, trying to get them in between my lines on here so that we don't pull them off when we're cutting it, and just getting just enough that it, you know, it's got a few petals on there, but isn't going to irritate anyone by having all these bits of petals stuck to them while they're actually trying to use their soap. So let's get that in there. It's smelling really nice. I do hope that this essential oil blend holds. Loving that pinky colour. Actually, I should have actually tried just putting the clay in by itself to see what the pH of the soap does to the clay colour, and then if I wasn't happy, add in that red clay next time. Next time I'll try that, because if this soap works, it's definitely going, or if the scent works, it's definitely going to be one that I add into the range. So what we're going to do is leave this one set up overnight, and we'll be back shortly and we'll cut it open and see what it looks like on the inside. Alright, it is time to cut into Midnight Rose, the very last soap I will be making and cutting down here at the Cleveland shop. But don't worry, I will be making lots more soaps when I actually do eventually move into the new shop. I still am keeping an eye on the one that I've got my hopes of getting, but I just can't get too excited until I actually move out of this one, because I just cannot afford the rent on two shops. So we just have to be patient, getting this lined up so I don't get too many of those rose petals caught up. And I only actually wanted one end piece. Thunk goes Ida. I have also unmolded all of those other little ones, so these little hearts I'll be giving away to customers in the shop. That one's going to be for me. But let's take a look. Oh, look at how gorgeous that has come up. It does have a little bit more of a grey tinge to it, that indigo, than what I probably would have liked, but I really like that colour combination with that pink and that sort of grey colour that is there. Love how delicate those swirls are. I think it really complements the name of the soap being Midnight Rose. Really, really pleased with how it's come up, and it's smelling really strong at the moment. I actually dropped my essential oil rate. Usually I do a 5% on my fragrance, but I actually dropped this back to 4% because it is so expensive. But really pleased, and it does smell quite strong, and that's because rose geranium generally is a really strong scent. But really pleased with how that has come up. Pleased that it's yet a good soap for my final one for in this shop here. There is that one. So I hope you've enjoyed coming along with me. I used up the last of my oil and made this final Cleveland shop soap. If you did, why not leave me a thumbs up and any comments down below. And until the next video comes out, I hope you have a good one, and I'll see you then. Bye.